So for my presentation, I decided to go with paralanguage and facial expressions. The experiment I chose to run was on 35 of my teammates, which is all of them excluding me. And given that we are in a pandemic right now, I decided to call them or FaceTime them, and when they would receive I would give them a compliment to open up the conversation. And I just wanted to see what their reactions would be and how it would affect the outcome of the conversation that we had. Um, so paralanguage, I did a presentation on this earlier in the semester. Um, it's basically it covers a lot of things like gestures, movements, intonation, volume, facial expressions, and pitch, as well as maybe a few other things. But it's very broad in the topic of paralanguage, and I chose to specifically focus on facial expressions because that is really the only thing that I can study for FaceTime calls. And so I went through and I called everybody on my team and I asked them, which there are 35 of them, and I went ahead and the ones with hair, the long hair that is growing out because of barbershops and hair salons being closed down, I complimented their hair. I said, "Hey, how's it going, guys? Like, how are you doing?" Then I would say their name, and then once they would start to reply, I'd just immediately interrupt them and say, "Oh my gosh, your hair looks really good right now," like, or your hair looks sick, dude, or you have nice flow, because baseball players eat that up. They love that when when other players recognize their hair, and it sounds dumb, but they really do. Um, so some of them really liked it. And their eyes got really wide. They had really big smiles on their faces, and it like their eyebrows lifted, and I could tell that it helped kick off the conversation. And if I were to go up to a stranger and give them a compliment right off the bat, then it would really break the ice, and it would make talking so much easier, and it would make me more approachable and hopefully seem friendlier. Um, but other people that didn't have hair or didn't have long hair, I would tell them, "Oh, your facial hair looks really good," or "Wow, you look really tan. Have you been getting a lot of sun lately?" And then sometimes it would result in the laugh, sometimes it would result in the smile, um, or anything like any slight hints I would notice when giving them compliments. But some of them, the problem with this is there were a few variables in this experiment, as I might say. Um, a lot of the players know me pretty well. They know they know my personality. They know I'm a friendly guy. It wouldn't be unusual for me to give compliments, but some of them that I room with, I have four roommates, and all of them, like, they knew something was going on. They knew I was running a test for a homework assignment, or they knew something was wrong, because I wouldn't just start a conversation with them because I'm so close with them. I wouldn't begin a conversation with a compliment. Um, and then other people that I didn't know so well, since our season got canceled because of coronavirus, which is really the time that I spend the most with my teammates, and that's when I form like strong bonds with all of them, especially the freshmen and the transfers. I didn't get to play with them, and I didn't get to form those bonds, so they might not know me as well, and they might think I'm joking, or like, what's this guy doing? Um, but some of the responses were kind of negative, like they kind of blew me off, or they were like, "This guy's crazy. Like, why is he complimenting me on my hair, or why is he complimenting me on my tan or my facial hair?" But I kind of expected this from some of it, because I couldn't run this perfectly, because I can't go out in public and go up to random people and try this on them to see how it works, if it works differently. Um, what I would like to do to correct this, if I were to run this again, or in a perfect world, if we were outside, like, living our normal lives, I would like to just go up to strangers, or my whole audience, or my whole subject group was they were all male, and that might have an effect on it. It might not. I don't know. But I would like to test it on both males and females, or if anybody goes by another gender, I would like to just include more variety in my testing, and maybe include some strangers too. Just walk up to somebody and say, "Hey, like, you're looking great today. Like, you woke up on the right side of the bed. How are you?" Like, introduce myself, and maybe that would give me more of the results that I was expecting. But since I wasn't able to do that, and since we were kind of limited with this project, with this paper, um, I didn't have the opportunity to do that. But it would be cool going forward, even without doing a project, just seeing how these nonverbal cues communicate so much through just simple features like facial expressions and other paralanguage. Like, some people, when I would compliment them, they'd raise their voice, and typically raising your voice means, well, one, either you're lying, or two, you're happy. Like, it was a surprise. It was a nice little surprise. But all the laughter and all the smiles, that's part of what made this experiment fun. Was because I like seeing other people smile, but um, I just wish I could have run this more smoothly and could have actually gone and tested a broader audience to see more accurate results. But that was my field study of paralanguage and facial expression. Thank you.